Welcome to Thorough Talks 215. I'm your host, E. My co-host, Brown, is off today. He'll be back next week. And shout out to Brown. Hope you're doing well out there. I have a special guest. I have a friend, a brother, someone I've known for a long time. He's an entrepreneur. He's a husband. He's a father. He's a brother, thoroughbred, restaurant owner, doing a lot of great things in the world. Ladies and gentlemen, Philly's own Turtle. Talk to me, Kella. What's up, broski? How you doing?
I'm great, man. I feel good.
Yeah,
I'm
feel
great.
good.
Yes.
Doing your thing.
I just want to congratulate you. We went from
the AP, the AP to this. And the reason why he says this, let me give you some backstory. When I first started the podcast thing, Turtle was there with me.
Yes.
And he understands where I come from and how far we've come. And so now he's looking at it like, okay, a little step up,
I'm very happy for you.
Oh, thanks, man. Thank you. I appreciate it. What's going on, bro? How's life treating you, broski?
Man, busy, trying to stay busy. You know, restaurant business gets a little hectic sometimes, but, you know, we're rolling through.
Yeah, so let's get to it. So 3 children, right?
3 girls.
3 girls. Shout out the girls. Shout out to the ladies.
For sure. 3 girls, a wife.
A wife. Hold on. Wait a minute. He's married, people. Well, listen, not too long ago, the ball was wilding out. Yeah. He would say to me, E, you don't go nowhere. Come on, bro. Hang out with me. And now you wifed up, killer.
Yes, sir. You know, yo, I was on a side mission today. Look, I was going to go sell a restaurant. I do my little 1s and 2s, you know, little middleman.
Right.
I'm in the middle of selling a restaurant. I get a text message from my wife. Side mission. I need 2 bags of platanos.
Platines, yeah,
and a
platanos.
bag of ice. In the middle of doing a deal.
Hey, that's what women are good for. It's like, well, let's get it started, man. So you're married, 3 daughters. You just had a child.
Yeah.
Shout out the kids, man. What's their names, man?
For sure. Alia, Amelia, and Mia. My oldest is.
And wifey?
My oldest is 13-year-old. Yeah, wifey.
Shout out to the family. Turtle, I am super, super happy for you. You've come a long way.
Thank you,
I see you have a restaurant. It's called IDK Phillies, 3rd Street, right? What is it? 6. What's the address?
6 North 3rd Street, 3rd and Market, IDK Philly. We're open to 2 a.m.
Whoa.
Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays, we're open till 4 a.m.
So,
home of the best smash burgers in Philadelphia. IDK Philly, don't be silly.
Hey, you're in a great area. What's that?
No, for sure. Old City.
Old City. Nice. Congratulations, man. How long you been there?
Since March 1st, 2024. So like a year and some change.
Oh, good. So what do you guys sell over there? What do you got going?
Smash burgers. We got some sliders, a Nashville hot chicken, beef sliders. You know, fast food.
Nice. Is it busy?
Nighttime it is busy. I'm trying to work on my daytime, you know,
hours
daytime.
and all.
Yeah, daytime is a little bit more slower, but nighttime is beautiful. We're open till 4 a.m, so come check us out. Sure.
4 a.m. So you be seeing everything come through.
Everything and anything, man. You wouldn't believe it. The stories I would tell you.
I could imagine, man. That's what's up, though. So are you trying to open up another location? What's going on? What's going on with the restaurant business?
Yeah, I'm working on 2nd location. You know, just trying to find somewhere with good foot traffic.
Right.
But yeah.
So if anybody out there that's watching and you know you want to holler, DM, give him some information, show some love so he can, you know what I mean, open up another business. I'm super happy for you. Philadelphia is well known for the restaurant business. Philadelphia restaurant scene is ranked 27th in the United States by Wallet Hub since October 22nd. However, Food and Wine magazine ranks Philadelphia among the top 10 U.S. cities for food and drink. I heard about that.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Philly has a lot of restaurants.
Yeah, no, for sure.
A lot of great restaurants.
A lot of new restaurants, too. A lot of high-end restaurants.
And so, that's a business that most people don't understand. A lot of people fail. What is it that you're doing that's keeping you going, man? Like, is it the hours? Is it the location? Is it the food? Or is it a mixture of all?
Being systematically correct. That's systematically correct. Everything has to be in rotation. Everything has to be how it is. The first day I gave you the smash burger, you can come 8 months later and it's still going to be the same.
The same as the quality of the food.
Yeah. A lot of restaurant owners, they burn themselves out by being in the restaurant all day, every day. I can't leave because if I leave, nobody's going to run my restaurant the same way.
Right.
So now I even offer a consultation to restaurant owners just to show them that you don't have to be in the restaurant all day, every day. It's all about the marketing. If you have good marketing and good food, you're gonna do great.
Right. So when you say this, is that like a business that you have that you start giving consultation?
Yeah, no, for sure. So
yeah, shout it out. Give the information so if someone's out there interested.
IDK Brandon. I've been in a social media marketing agency for a little while. So
right.
But I just transitioned from doing videos to actually giving people advice on how to run their restaurant without burning themselves out.
Right. Putting the long hours in.
I'm free. I can do whatever I want. I can go get ice and plantains for my wife. I don't have to be in a restaurant all day, every day.
Right.
As long as you're systematically correct and you serve great food and you do great marketing, you're bound for success.
And that's a great point, because that's one of the complaints you hear when people say, running a restaurant, owning a restaurant, is the long hours, man.
It's the long hours.
Stressful. So that's a great business, man. How's that coming along? Pretty good?
It's good. Got some of my clients that I work with on a weekly basis, and I got some people that just call me out of the blue. If somebody's opening up a new restaurant, they can call me. I can help them with the recipe, with the menu. I can help them with everything from A to Z. It's
nice.
Literally like an A to Z method.
I've
done it before, and it's proven good track record.
Good. I'm gonna have to go by there, man. Listen, and I gotta cheat sometimes, so I'm gonna have to go check it out. Matter of fact, we're gonna do a video. We're gonna do a commercial over there, all right, bro?
Sure,
I'm gonna go in there and we're gonna do a commercial, bro.
Sure.
So I'm happy for you, man. Good luck with the restaurant. Continue the success. Check him out. All right, if you're ever in Old City, on the late night, and you want to get a burger, 3rd Street, Philadelphia, 19106. Don't be silly. Smash Burgers. Yes. All right. Let's talk some current events, my friend.
Do it.
Current events. Now, what kind of music are you listening to nowadays, man? Because right now, for me, Big X the Plug is the guy that I fucks with right now. That's one of my guys, right? And I want to shout him out because he's coming out with a new album, August 22nd, expected to be a country collab. Who are you rocking with today nowadays, broski?
Country? That's all.
That's crazy. Everybody's trying to hit country now, bro. There's a lot of money in country.
For sure. You want to know something crazy, bro? I haven't been listening to music lately.
Really?
That's the crazy part.
Okay.
Yeah. I've been more
this guy's
on...
really matured. Hold on, wait a second. Well, it's been about a year and a half, 2 years I haven't seen this guy. He's transformed. All right, go ahead, get it. Let's talk about it.
I've been more on like podcasts or like learning new things.
Yeah, you're growing, brother.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah, you're
for
growing.
sure. And then, sometimes I'm in the car with my homie. He plays certain music, and I'm like,
yeah.
Can't even.
How old are you now? How old are you?
31.
31. Yeah, that happens around. There's spurts of moments where life just hits you and you say to yourself, am I too old for this? Yeah. It's like a while back when he used to come by, he used to say, I'm going over here, I'm going over there. He used to say, and he used to ask me, and I used to say, bro, I don't feel right going to these places. And that's the journey of life, Turtle. You're going to, as you get older, certain things that excited you back in the day, you get older, you say to yourself, nah, you know what? It's a wrap. I can't do it. So no music. All right. No. So, but still, there's no new artists that you really fuck with anymore?
I can't really think.
Listen, if there's a lot of people, especially my age, don't mess with nobody, and you're a lot younger than me. So for you to say that now, you're advancing quickly. I'll tell you that you're advancing very, very fast.
I like Tor.
Okay.
I like Core.
Okay.
I like music that speaks to the life that I'm living.
Gotcha.
You know
gotcha. What I mean? It has to resonate.
It has to resonate.
Yeah, it has to resonate. That's a mature way of thinking about it.
It has to resonate.
And it's funny you say that because a lot of times, man, people take these songs a little too serious, bro. You know what I mean? And they take they listen to some shit and it warps their mind and they start behaving a certain way. It's only entertainment, all right? It's only entertainment, and it does fuck with your soul. Yeah, no matter what you say, music fucks with your soul, bro. It is what it is. All right, so no, I know you're a boxing fan. You still love boxing.
For sure.
All right, I gotta ask the question. Canelo Crawford.
Yo, that's
give me your, because listen, you're a boxer. You boxed before, right?
Yes.
You've practiced. You've trained, and you're very knowledgeable about boxing. Give me your honest opinion, because there's a torn community on who's gonna win this fight. This is probably one of the biggest fights since Trinidad and De La Hoya, maybe. Could be, right? So what do you say? What's on your mind?
Yo, I'm gonna go with Crawford, bro.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go, if Crawford stays busy, if Crawford did what Bivol did, stays busy, and Crawford is a way more dangerous fighter than Bivol.
Yeah.
So I think if he stays busy, I think he could beat Canelo.
Yeah.
Canelo is more of a, sit down on his punches. Like Crawford.
Yeah. At first, in my mind, I was like, the weight's going to be a problem, right? And the experience, but you can't argue that because Crawford has a lot of experience. The guy's been around. Now, if we look at body of work, I might give the edge to Canelo. He's moved up and he's fought a lot of champions, but Crawford moves better, right? Footwork is better. Punches with both hands. IQ is through the roof. So at first I was with Canelo, now I'm with Crawford. So if anybody want to bet, holla at me.
Yeah. He's an animal.
He is an animal, man. He is an animal. So it should be fun, man. It's been a while since I just hope it's not one of them fights where they're just dancing too much and they're too careful. You know what I mean? I hope it's not one of those.
I don't think so. Do you pay attention to Philly boxers?
Yeah. Shout out to Zaire the Punisher. Shout out to Ennis Boots. Yeah, definitely.
JYD.
I heard of him. I don't know too much of him.
Yo,
he nice? JYD. Nice. What weight class is he?
And he's a late bloomer. I believe 147.
Okay, shout out to him. Shout out to the man. From what part of Philly he from?
I'm not too sure, but JYD.
The reason why I ask it, with guys from Philly, Philly is a city of neighborhoods, right? So when you say, if I'm talking to somebody from Philly, I always ask, where are you from? Whether you're Hunter Park, North Philly, West Philly, South Philly, right? Germantown. Everybody claims them little pockets. Right? Now, outside of Philly, then you can say Philly, right? So if you run into somebody from Florida, where you from, homie? I'm from Philly. But you run into somebody from Philly, but where?
Where in Philly?
You're down from the bottom. So that's very, very important to us.
I always had that issue when I was young. I grew up in Juniata, so I don't know what is Juniata.
Juniata could be Harrogate. It could be West Kensington. It could be Huntington Park. Yeah. It's kind of a subdivision of North Philly. I know it's complicated, people. Hang in there with me.
What a hybrid.
It's like a hybrid. But technically, it's like in the middle between North Philly and Northeast, right? Getting to the Northeast, you have to go through there, let's say, hypothetically, and then it's not like exactly North Philly. So it's kind of a hybrid. But Philly, again, is a city of neighborhoods. Got a question for you.
Let's do it.
All right, so this was a question that was brought to my attention and at work, and all the guys who was laughing and talking about it. Who wins in the verses, Beanie Siegels or Styles P?
That's a good question.
Got him.
Great question.
I had everybody stuck at work, bro. They were like, that's a tie. No ties. Don't give me a tie. Who wins in the verses? Beanie Siegels or Styles P?
I'm biased.
You biased? He's going Philly. I know that.
I'm biased. I'm going with my homie Beans.
Yeah, I went with Beans too. Look, Styles P, phenomenal. You can't take nothing away from him. But bar for bar, my opinion, and I'm a Philly guy, just like you said, I think Beans gets him, bro. I think Beans gets him. Now that we're talking about music, and on this show, this is called Thrill Talks 215. We talk about everything. Politics, girls, homies, the shootouts, everything that's happening in the world. But we talk a lot about music. Give me your 3 top albums of all time. It doesn't have to be hip-hop. Give me your 3 top albums of all time.
All time. Top 3 albums all time.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to go with Wayne Carter 3.
Ooh, fire.
I like Lil Wayne.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I'm going to go with...
Is this in order? Is this 3, 2, 1 or 1, 2, 3?
Not in order.
Not in order.
I'm going with Drake. And I'm going with Hove.
Okay.
Drake, which one is it?
It's a tough one, ain't it? It's a tough question. I ask everybody that comes on the show, I ask them and they say, damn, bro, you got me thinking. But you got to have your 3 top albums of all time. It has to, you know what I mean? Just pop.
I'm more thinking lyricist type of guy. I'm going to go with Drake.
Okay. If you can't think of the albums, then you can say the artist.
Drake and then Lil Wayne.
Lil Wayne and then Hove, is it? Hove. Okay. It's a great pick, broski.
Hove.
It's a
which one had the what was the song from Hove? Rock Boys in the Building.
Oh, that's the Black Album, I think.
I'm a '90s baby.
Yeah, that might be the Black Album, if I'm not mistaken. That album was fire, bro.
Definitely.
Who, if you had to pick, because my buddy asked me this the other day, he said, who would you want to see do a collab together, even if it doesn't even sound right, but I always thought that Hove and Drake, I always wondered what would that sound like if they did an album, a collab.
They did a song together.
They did a song, but I'm talking like the Watch the Throne album. Like who would you think would mesh good if they did an album together?
Current.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Could be dead. It could be alive. It doesn't matter, broski.
Tupac and Drake.
What?
Tupac and Drake.
That's different. Tupac and Drake, that's different, broski.
Imagine Tupac and Drake on the song.
That's crazy. Well, you could do it now with the AI. Yeah,
they did. They did it. They did a whole diss song about somebody with an AI, right?
Whose side was you on with that, with the Drake and Kendrick, John?
Damn, Drake and Kendrick, John. You heard his last?
Yeah, but whose side were you on when that happened?
I don't really like all the pedo stuff that they did.
Yeah.
I don't think. I mean, Kendrick is an awesome rapper, but I'm a Drake fan.
You're a Drake fan? Yeah. You know, with me, I see that. Look, everybody keeps talking about Kendrick, how great he is. I don't really see it in a sense. Like, I get it. He's dope. He can rap. He not my cup of tea. Not my cup of tea, broski. Not at all. All right, let's switch subjects, bro. Okay. Oh, no, I forgot. All-time Philly rapper. Who's your number one all-time Philly rapper?
All-time Philly rapper. Should we give it to... He did so much.
Like, I always say Beans. Beans to me is the all-time Philly rapper.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go with Beans.
Beans, man.
It's
a shame how it ended with Beans, but Beans is easy. He was spitting that shit back in the day, bro.
Beans is actually... He's doing great right now. He has a
food truck?
Yeah, he has a food truck.
Nice.
I met him in real life, and when I was working at City Wallace, he's like a very calm individual.
Well, listen, bro. Let me say something too about guys like that. You know what I mean? I grew up with guys like that, and what happens is you keep hitting that wall, right? And you think you're gonna run through it, and it could be the end of you. Some guys realize, okay, I'm not getting through this wall. And it's a rough patch that a lot of dudes go through because they come from the mud and that's the only thing they know. Yeah, but you can't keep going through the wall, Pop. At some point, your people's life, karma, right? The reality of things is going to set in your brain to say, all right, enough's enough. And so, he grew up, and sometimes it takes some people a little longer to realize that, their ways are not up to par. I'm glad that we talked about that because I want to bring up this subject that I saw online. It was very, very important on what the young men today are going through. I saw the picture. It was this young boy, probably like 14, 15 years old. And in the picture, they had all these graphics that was surrounding him. And on the left side, it was a Crip flag. It was these hands. So the one hand had the Crip flag. The next hand had a heart. The next hand had a gun. The next hand had a book. The next hand had a bra. The next hand had a Cuban link. The next hand had a ball. Then a diploma. Then some whiskey, a cigar, a Bible, money, a brain, and another Crip flag.
All in one hand.
No, it was a bunch of hands.
Oh, okay.
He's in the middle, and there's a bunch of hands. Now I'll read this. This is what our children face before they even know themselves. A world pulling them in every direction but their own. From guns to gold, from Bibles to bottles, from knowledge to nonsense. Every hand reaching for their minds, bodies, and souls. And yet, in every center stands a child staring ahead, still whole, still powerful. This is why we must guard their hearts, feed their minds, and protect their paths. Because if we don't fight for their future, the world will decide it for them. Stay solid, stay consistent, stay protective. Our children are not lost. They're waiting to be led. I found this interesting because I see what's happening with young boys today, bro. I know you witnessed it. You were a young man at once. Sure. I'm not calling you old. Sure. I was a young man at once. We all wilded out. What the hell's going on with the young men today, bro? In your honest opinion, like, what is it? Is there a screw loose? Is it poor parenting? Is it the environment? Is it the music? No religion, no love, no fear of God. There's no fear, bro. There's so much going on. What's your thoughts on that, bro?
No guidance.
No,
that was a good statement. They're not lost. They're waiting to be led.
Right. They're not lost. They're waiting to be led.
But boy, these new young boys.
These YNs are
different
wild. They're
breed. You can't. Some of them you can't really. You can't talk it into them. Like that's just their blood has already been shed. Mm-hmm. That's how they look at it. So I try my hardest, even on social media. I try to like, hey, like I've been through bullshit that you've been through.
Right.
The drugs, the shootouts, all the bullshit that comes with it. But,
right.
I try to just say you can't save everybody, but it's a lot of shit going on.
There's so much going on. And so you have a lot of different views and a lot of thoughts behind it. One thing is the lack of parenting. There's a lot of studies and shout out to, let me just say this, shout out to all the single mothers out there. But the reality is that when there's not a good male role model in the house, the numbers dictate that most kids, especially boys, they go the wrong route. Yeah, you see it today. You see it with the smash and grab. You see all these kids going into the malls, fighting with the police officers, fighting teachers. It's getting to the point where it's getting dangerous and sad. And as we go further along, there's a new law that they're trying to propose that is scary because they want to charge 14-year-olds as adults. They just brought that up. So this is something that is you have to keep your eye on it because the laws are changing quickly. Just like finances are changing, the world's changing. We're moving very, very fast. And I wonder, because I remember growing up, man, when I was a young boy, I always had old heads, man, that would say, yo, you wilding out, bro. You know what I mean? Like, chill out, bro.
We didn't run around with guns. That's the only thing. Like, at my age, we were fighting.
Right.
And then the knives started happening, and then the guns came. But, Philly is an open state now, right? Open carry.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
When that popped off, I didn't even know that.
July 15th.
Oh, shit.
So they passed a law. A lot of people don't know about it, but now you can open carry as long as it's showing without having your license to carry.
Oh, that's dangerous, though. I mean, to show. I mean, the whole game is not the show.
Not the show.
Not the show. Wow, I didn't even know that. So people, July 15th, jeez.
And we got a gun problem in Philly, so.
We have a major gun problem. Yeah, you know what's crazy also? Like, I've had this conversation with a lot of my peoples, and the crazy part of this whole situation is that a lot of these young boys want the world to know that they're committing these crimes.
Yeah.
And with all the technology, the AI and the cameras, you would think someone would say, hey, dumb. And not all of you are dumb, because a lot of y'all are smart, but some of y'all, listen, there's cameras everywhere, bro.
No, they dumb. No, they dumb, bro. They dumb, bro.
Like, come on, man.
They do the killing, and they rap about it, and they tell you how many shots he threw,
right.
When did he do it, and
right.
how did it happen.
How about when they go to the funeral and piss on the person's funeral site, they record it. I saw one John when they dug up somebody, they dug up the John, the whole.
Yeah, supposedly it wasn't the actual grave there.
Okay.
It was just for a video.
For sure, okay.
But he passed away. The kid that did it, YBC Duel, he's
right. But why? I mean, for you to do that and even disgrace the family. Yeah. I was just raised. Look, no matter how wild I was acting, there was still a certain level of respect.
You don't.
There was still a certain level of respect.
You don't play with certain stuff.
Like you see a lot of shit. Like recently, there was I don't know if you saw this story. I think it was Minnesota. There was a couple that got stomped out. You didn't see that?
No.
There was a white couple that was at a jazz fest. Now, something happened between the couple and these young kids, 15-year-olds. They knocked the wife out, bro. I'm talking cold, knocked her out. There's a huge story. Even the U.S. government's involved. The feds are involved. It's all on video. They knocked the woman out cold, bro. Wifey's out. They stomped this dude out so bad, bro. The husband, bro. They dig in his pockets. I'm talking one after one. It was probably like 7 or 8 dudes, bro. Wildin', bro.
Wildin'.
So now the vice president's involved. It's a big story. It's gone viral, man. And it's all young boys. Well, one dude, I think there was one dude that was like in his 20s, but the rest of them were young kids, man.
How would you feel if, like, imagine you're with your wife and then they just violate you, super violent. I don't know. I can't get over it.
Well, I don't think you'll get over that.
No,
I think that's a point where there's no return. You're going to have to make a conscious decision. Do I go the law route?
Yeah.
Or do I go all out?
Yeah.
It's one or the other. You have to make a decision. But now it's risky because now if you retaliate, now you're the bad guy.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's the hardest part as a man is not to give revenge.
I try not to put myself in those situations. It's happened to me before. Yeah. I've had guys test me while I'm with.
I've talked about this plenty of times. When you're with your lady, bro, it's the most riskiest.
Yeah.
When I'm by myself, nobody says, no one looks my way. You with your lady, for some reason, it's like, okay, he's vulnerable now. There you go get him. Yeah. It's crazy, dude. It's crazy. We just had a conversation with my man Marks, and shout out to him. He was saying how he hopped out of the car because somebody, you know how when you pull up to the gas pump and then you pull up a little further and you back, when he was backing up, somebody pulled in. He hops out, starts screaming at the ball. The boy was like, yo, my bad. So as he's walking back to get in the car, 3 other dudes got out the car. It was 4 dudes. And he got shorty. He got his shorty, his wifey in the car. Yeah. And he sat back for a second and said, what the fuck am I doing? Yeah. And even his wifey was like, yo, like, what you doing?
Stay calm.
So you got to stay calm. A lot of times they test you, bro, but you don't know if they strapped. Mostly everybody's strapped. Not only that, these young boys, they get a kick out of rolling on you, man.
No, for sure.
They do. No pun intended.
For sure.
They love that shit, bro, because 4 are going to kick on you and 1's going to be recording you, and now you're going viral.
Yeah, I try not to put myself even in that position. Stay off the X point.
Yeah, stay off it. You know, I try to avoid even. There have been plenty of times where I'm like, go ahead, you got it.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, 50 Cent, I think 50 Cent said it recently. Only broke people start fights.
For sure.
Right? You know, if you ain't got nothing to live for, you ain't trying to make no money, you're not investing, you don't have people that count on you, you're willing to crash out faster than anyone on the planet, bro. Sure. So let me read this, and this is going right into the topic. Trump says D.C. should change the law to prosecute teens as adults, threatening to federalize the city. Young Bucks, listen to this, because if it starts in D.C., you know how it is, other cities start copycatting and states and all. President Trump on Tuesday called for the District of Columbia to change its laws to allow for teenagers 14 and older to be prosecuted as adults and face lengthy prison sentences at 14. I'll continue. Trump shared on Truth Social a graphic image of a bloodied individual along with a lengthy message relying on against violence crime in Washington, which has decreased in recent years. Trump blamed the city's crime on local youth who he said were not fearful of the consequences. And that's the problem, bro. A lot of these young bucks, they know I'm getting out quickly, bro.
I got locked up when I was 15 years old, so that kind of hits home. I was in a stolen car. Somebody stole a car.
You jumped in.
They rode around. They jumped in. Yeah, I jumped in. They went home. I said, fuck it. Give me the car. So I was riding around in the car, and I got caught. I got caught in the stolen car.
Right.
And I had to go to court. And then the judge, I remember it. Like, and I was only locked up for like 10 hours, you know?
Yeah, so that's baby. That's baby.
But to me, that was like, bro.
It was eye-opening. It's eye-opening, bro. Yeah, man.
I did not want to be in there. So the judge told me, he said, you know, I better not ever see you.
That happened to me too, man. That happened to me too.
So ever since then, I always thought about, you know, hold on, let me think about what I'm doing first.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it is eye-opener for some kids, but some of them, they don't give a
They get a thrill out of it.
But that was for a fucking stolen car. Now they
hurt your head off. A lot of this has to deal with violence. Right?
Yeah.
When you commit a crime, when you're doing bodily harm to somebody, it's a different degree. That happened to me. I was in a situation. I really don't want to get too specific, but I was in the roundhouse for 13 hours. The crazy part, I was young. I was 24 years old. When I went in there, I knew everybody in there. And that's what scared me. Everybody in there was comfortable, and they looked at me and said, "What the hell you doing in here?" And I'm like, "What? This ain't for me." And then the screaming and the fellas, young bucks. I did 13 hours at the roundhouse.
I did 10.
I couldn't stand it. Imagine you have to do 13 years at 14, 15, because the laws are changing. I'm gonna continue. These kids are not afraid of law enforcement because they know nothing ever happens to them, but it's going to happen now. Trump posts the law in D.C. must change to prosecute these minors as adults and lock them up for a long time, starting at 14. Bro, 14, you should be popping willies down the way, having fun, chasing girls, bro. The most recent victim was beaten mercilessly by local thugs. Washington, D.C. must be safe, clean, and beautiful for all Americans, and importantly, for the world to see. Trump added, if D.C. doesn't get its act together and act quickly, we will have no choice but to take federal control of the city and run the city how it's supposed to be run. But criminals are on notice, and if they're not going to get away with it anymore. Multiple reports later identified the individual who Trump had highlighted as Edward Costine, a former Department of Government of Efficiency staff known as Big Balls. Pause.
Big Balls.
A few days later, a gang this is the story I was telling you about. A few days later, a gang of about a dozen young men tried to assault a woman in her car. No, this is another one. In a car in D.C. Elon Musk, who heads Dodge efforts while working in government, posts on X. Doge team members saw what was happening, ran to defend her, and several were beaten to the point of concussion to save her. Shit's getting tight out there, bro. Shit is getting tight, man.
Watch your back.
You gotta watch your back. And not only that, if you know what kills me about a lot of the crime, Turtle? You know in your family who's fucking around, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
A lot of times we don't check our people, man. That's the problem. We applaud and we laugh at it. You know somebody's in your family acting up, man. Say something to them, bro. Talk to them. Have a conversation, bro.
Yeah.
Ski.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? Like it just amazes me when if I'm around my cousins, they always trying to give me game on how they're trying to change. You know why they do that? Because I'm inspiring them to change.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of that has to do with yourself, right? If you're doing great things like yourself, you got a restaurant, you got a family, there's going to be young boys that are going to emulate you, but they're scared to emulate it. You know why? Because it takes courage to change, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm glad all my cousins are doing great.
Good. Shout out to your cousins, bro. Shout out to your cousins.
I'm glad, man, because, yeah, I got friends like that, though. They get around, and then, it rubs off on them.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Fuck that.
You are who you hang with.
Yeah.
Bro. You are who you hang with. And it's refreshing sometimes when somebody sees you. That's why when I called you and we spoke and you came up here, it's refreshing to see somebody evolve.
Yeah, for sure.
And you have evolved. And so that's an inspiration to people. You're a business owner. You're a husband now. That matters, bro. Especially in a day like today, bro. Like that shit. Motherfuckers ain't getting married. There's a report recently that it was, I think it was 1 out of 4 young men don't even want kids, don't even want to get married, bro.
That's crazy. And I lost a lot of friends, too.
Because of that?
Because, not because of me being married, just the lifestyle. Like, I can't do the same shit you're always doing.
Right.
Leveled up. Exactly. Like a lot has changed. So.
Well, think about it though, bro. You got 3 daughters.
Yeah.
Right? You know how precious that is? Yeah. I'm not saying that having boys is not precious, but 3 daughters, your reputation, bro, has to be, they're looking at you. You know what? There's a saying that their first true love is their father.
Yeah, for sure.
In a fatherly way, of course, right? But, if you're a scumbag and you're treating your daughters like shit and you're not around, when they get older, they tend to date the dudes like that, bro. Ain't that real?
No, for sure. That's definitely something. You know what's crazy? I pick up my daughter, the youngest one, and then everything goes away. Like, I just look at her. She's 8 months old. I look at her. Like, everything goes away.
Man, that's crazy.
And then you put her down, and it's like the pressure comes. Like, oh no, I have to.
I gotta get going.
Yeah.
I got responsibilities, right? I got deadlines.
I got deadlines. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, and she's watching you, bro.
Yeah.
She's watching.
Even the youngest one. I mean, even the one that's 7 years old. The same thing.
Oh, for sure. It's a double-edged sword. I say this a lot, right? Because you have 2 extremes. You have the home where the father's not there, you're killing your daughter.
Yeah.
Then you got the home where the father is overprotective, right? And now you're not giving her no space to become who she is and breathe because you're scared of losing her. And on top of, because I've seen this a lot in my years growing up, there's a lot of fathers that put their daughter too high on a pedestal. That's a tricky line because she gets out in the world, she's gonna realize, nobody cares, bro. Your dad is treating you a certain way, but the world's not gonna treat you the way your dad is treating you.
My 13-year-old, this year she had a hard time in school, and then I think she thought that because I'm a business owner now that it's fine. It is what it is.
You ain't got to work hard.
You ain't got to work hard.
No, you got to work harder.
She learned the hard way.
Yeah, you got to work harder.
And I gave her that talk, like, I had to almost die for this.
Right.
You're not just gonna come and that's
Right.
Speaking about putting somebody on a high pedestal, but yeah,
those are jewels, bro. Those are jewels, and you know what? My father wasn't able to give me a whole lot, but what he did give me was the hustle to go get what I needed. And so there are kids that you can give a whole lot and they're gonna run with it. They're gonna run with it. But not all children, they get too comfortable. And so sometimes the spoiled kids have a hard time with the reality of things because the world is cold. No one gives a fuck. You gotta go get it. So shout out to you, man. And a lot of the fathers, I want to say this. Be mindful that at some point your kids are going to be out there in the world. So if you give them too much and they don't know how to earn it, you might be hurting them. I know you mean well, but you might be hurting them.
Be ready for that.
You got to be ready for that, broski. You have to be ready for that. All right, so let's have a little fun. Would you let your shorty, someone said this to me, so bring this up on the podcast. You go to a concert, the Usher concert, and wifey says, oh, I want to go out there and meet and greet with Usher. What do you say?
hell no. You're not eating no cherries. No. Absolutely not, bro. Absolutely not.
Yo, you be seeing the pictures with Chris Brown with the chicks and shit. He be having the shorties and shit.
I went to his concerts.
Oh, yeah.
I went to a Power 99 concert, the Powerhouse joint, and he was there. And same shit.
Girls were going crazy.
Wildin',
bro. I don't know how dudes be allowing that
oh,
shit.
no, man.
The one John, you know, Romeo Santos, Dominican ball. So the shorty, I was reading the shorty, went up. She was with her dude, started dogging him down, bro,
Ooh.
kissing him tongue. Dude divorced her, bro. He
probably divorced her too.
Look, I get it, man. You see somebody that, you know, is famous, you're starstruck, but damn, don't risk your marriage. You think Romeo Santos is gonna leave whatever he got? It might be a little one night stand. I mean, you just left your dude for that? Like, come on, man.
Don't care about you. Ticket sales.
Right, it's ticket sales. Not only that, they charging for the meet and greets. I think Chris Brown charged like a stack, bro. Yeah. Tripping, bro. Would you pay
$1,000 for you, girl? To go with? Would you pay $1,000?
Fuck no. Choto, you know me better than that, broski. You know me better than that, bro.
I had to try it.
I mean, listen, I don't like going to concerts anyway, to be honest. I think it's too much for the price and the people. And if it's Hov, because that's my favorite rapper, I think I'll risk it. That's my man. You know what I mean? But them concerts are a little too much for me, bro.
No, for sure.
All right, so quick question. You're on a boat.
Mm-hmm.
You're on a boat, right? It's you, wifey. God forbid, it's just a question. You're on a boat. It's you, wifey, and one of your kids. And the boat fucking flips over. And you can only save one. Who are you saving?
I'm saving my kid.
Yeah, that's what everybody said. And I'm sure wifey will be happy you say that. She'll rather say, go ahead, save the kid.
I'm getting a new one.
Oh, shit. Somebody's going to be in the doghouse, bro. Somebody's going to be in the doghouse.
I'm pretty sure she probably would say the same thing. Right. She would die for her kids.
Oh, for sure. Most people would, bro. Most people would.
Can I go?
No, you can't go. No, you can't go. You have to survive, bro.
You got to go, sweetheart. You got to go.
You're sorry, baby. I love you, but listen, we got to save the little baby girl. We got to save the little baby girl. So what's new for the future, man? What's the plan? What do you got going on other than the restaurants? Is there anything? Oh, wait a second. You promised me years ago you was going to start working out.
Yeah.
What happened to the working out, bro?
I'm on and off, bro.
What is it? Let me ask you this, because I'm glad we're in this subject. What is it that holds you back? I mean, listen, I'm a health coach. If you need a health coach, holler at me. I'm a personal trainer. And one thing that I've learned as I've gone in my career, I try to get into the psyche of people. And I always present these questions because I'm learning with you. And that's what when I get a client, I want to learn with you what's going on with you. A lot of times, believe it or not, as simple as things like alcohol, right? People drink alcohol. They can't get up in the morning. They don't have the energy. What would you say? What's holding you back? What's going on?
I'm on and off now. That was part of it, though.
The alcohol.
The wilding out, the going out, the alcohol, definitely the
nightlife.
The nightlife was part of it.
Right.
I don't know, man. I think it's my schedule. I can't even give you an excuse. It's just me. I'm the excuse at this point because I can't sit here and tell you, oh, I'm too busy. I don't have an hour a day, because I do have an hour a day. Yeah. But I think it's just
I tell people all the time, it has to be a priority.
Yeah.
And I don't think people realize that you just have to carve out a little bit of time, bro. And motherfuckers act like you got to carve up 5 hours. Dude, half hour.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Half hour.
No, for sure.
So all it takes, and then it could be early in the morning, get it out the way, so then you can have the rest of your day. It could be midday. It could be after you're done. So I advise you, and I advise anybody that's watching, if you really want to get into fitness, just start walking a half hour a day.
Yeah.
That's simple. And believe it or not, once you get rolling, you know what I mean? And you might find one of your homies or even your lady, somebody you know, come join me.
Yeah.
Then you got somebody work with you. Dude, it's the best thing you can do for yourself, bro.
No, for sure.
It is the best thing you could do for yourself. I wanted to read you this stat because this is crazy. I love talking about these things. The marriage rate is sharply declining. It's always been declining. Adults now choose to stay single. A recent Pure Research report study found that nearly 1 in 4 adults in the U.S. now say they don't plan to marry at all. These past 3 decades, the numbers have plummeted over these years. especially among younger generations, the 1990s, about 67% of adults aged 25 to 54 were married. Today is just under 50%. I bring this up because you're a married man. What was it that made you say, okay, enough's enough. It's time to settle down. It's time to get married. What's the pros and cons of the marriage life?
She's my what I say? She's my best friend.
Okay, I hear that a lot.
She helps me in life. You know what I mean? Emotionally. I don't know.
So you consider her a partner, like a friend, all that included. That's what you're saying?
Yeah, you holding it down. Basically.
Okay, she's holding it down.
And plus, I got kids with her. So
yeah, so that's a good thing.
And plus, I don't want to see another man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
You're not raising my
right.
children.
You don't want stepdaddy around.
Yeah.
I get it. Yeah. I mean, it's a tough thing because the laws are different. Right? The laws are different now. And so a lot of people, especially a lot of dudes, they say, well, if I do get married and it doesn't work, it's a gamble. You know how I feel about marriage. And I don't knock anybody. That's why when you told me you were married, God bless you. And anybody that wants to get married, go ahead, get down. I don't believe in it, and I don't see me doing it because I like being single, bro. I like having my girl. I like being single, bro.
Yeah, but you don't get tired of it?
You know why I don't get tired of it? Because I'm not outside.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
You don't get tired of dealing with like...
No, I don't juggle. I don't juggle. I got my little shorty. I don't do the juggling no more.
You don't think your shorty is gonna get tired of it one day?
Yeah,
I
know it's coming. Don't remind me.
Yeah, bro.
I know it's coming.
You might lose that.
Yeah, well.
Oh, well.
Well, yo, life goes on.
Life goes on. Life goes on. I don't know. I feel like I'm more of a... I don't need you around me, but
I want you around.
I want you around me,
yeah.
and
plus you got daughters too, man.
Yeah,
you gotta be around, bro. There's so many girls that are running around with no fathers. It's scary. Like you see all these videos with these girls rumbling and fighting and going into stores and just stealing shit. Like, what happened to women, bro?
Like coochie, everything, man.
Damn.
Yeah, it's a different world. Yeah.
When girls see a father coming home from a hard day's work, man, it gives them an understanding that that's what she needs in her life. Even though we live in a world where the feminists say they don't need men, whatever, man.
I'm surrounded by females, though. Her mom, my kids, my mom, my sister. There's no man in the house.
Wow, what do you mean? What are you talking about?
No
You're the only man?
I'm the only man in the house.
Wow.
With my mom's side and this side. There's no man in the house. Her mom is not married. My mom is not married. There's no man in the house. So it's over 10 females that I have to
delegate.
Yeah, cater to, whether it's financially, whether it's emotionally, whether it's everything. So, so it's a little bit.
It's all good. Now, let me ask you this, because I'm not sure where your religious beliefs are. So what is your thoughts on when it comes to all this, what's going on in Palestine and Israel? It's a touchy subject, and I know it's touchy. And, you know, if you're not comfortable, say so. But do you have family out in them areas? Do you know people that are going through it? What's your thoughts on that?
I got friends that have situations, that are going through situations in Palestine.
Oh, wow.
I got a friend that his uncle is there, and he's stuck in Palestine. He can't get out. It's a tricky situation, man. Yeah. It's a crazy situation. Man, I pray for them people, man. They're going through it.
Yeah.
They're starving them. They're bombing kids. They blame it on October 7th. Right. They always blame it on October. It's been going on for years.
Forever. For decades. For decades, if centuries. Look, this is why people don't understand how fortunate we are here.
Yeah.
And, you know, you see these things, and I don't want to get on sides. Right? I don't want to get on sides. I know a lot of great Jewish people, you know what I mean? And shout out to them. So I can't, you know, both sides, there's good people. There's bad people on both sides. For sure. I want to make the point of sometimes people in this country, we talk a lot of shit about this country.
Yeah.
And not realizing that there's people outside of here that are really going through it.
Did you see the plane crash?
Yeah, man, I saw that, bro. I saw the kids running around with the bags and all that stuff.
In the Common.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that.
On Common. You remember the plane crash?
Yeah.
So imagine that times...
All the time.
All the time.
So, 2 or 3 times a day you're going through that. And this is why you got to count your blessings. Yeah. Even if you're not red or blue state, if you're Palestine, if you're Israel, whatever the case may be, when you live in a country where you don't have to worry about where your next meal is coming from, bro, you better thank God, man. Whatever you believe in, whether it's Allah, Jesus, for sure. You need to thank a higher power that look, man, when I see these videos and I see these kids bony like that, not eating. And you see both sides. Both sides are going through it because I'm sure there's a community that is not happy with both sides, right? We just got to pray, hopefully, that it's over soon, bro. It's sad.
I don't think.
Yeah, the hatred is big over there, man. Both sides are really, really going at
They're
it.
going at it for sure. All over land, too.
Yeah, it's land. It's land. And again, that's why I say when you live in a country like the country that we live in, thank the Lord that we're able to maneuver. But that can change in a heartbeat.
Yeah, for sure.
That can change in a heartbeat. And all you ladies that say you're feminists and you're equal to men, we're going to have to give you one of these. You have to come out with us. And
I think we got a good defense system. I think we.
oh no,
in America,
when it comes to the United States, we're like top notch.
Yeah.
And believe it or not, still you got to count your lucky stars because anything can happen.
Yeah,
remember
sure.
9/11, right?
For
So
sure.
anything can happen. But when it comes to defense, we upright. We upright,
Thank
broski.
God every day.
We are upright. So let's just pray for them, man. Let's hope that that whole area gets, let's get a truce maybe, for the kids that are not eating. Hopefully they get the food, whatever the case may be. And they can settle this, bro, because it's sad. It's sad, bro.
For sure.
It's sad. So, all right, for Eagles, the Eagles are coming.
Yeah.
Yo, practice on Sunday. Yo, they're projecting 60,000 people to be
man.
at the
biggest.
Eagles. Are you going?
The biggest. Nah, I don't think so. I went to the Eagles versus Brown game, the last one here.
Okay.
It was a good time. I got some FanDuel tickets.
Okay.
And we went to the VIP lounge.
I remember that. I think I saw that on Instagram.
Great time.
What's your Instagram? Shout out your Instagram.
IDK Philly. That's the main one.
Okay, that's what it is.
IDK Philly.
What are your thoughts on the Eagles? Because there's a stat that says that usually when a team wins the Super Bowl, they don't go get back to the playoffs, man. I hate that.
We're going for it again. We got a great team.
Yeah, we got a
great team.
You know what I noticed, bro? I noticed that after they won the Super Bowl, they was like, okay, we won.
Yeah,
that's it.
That's it.
And to me, that's a tell sign. They weren't really partying. They partied, but it wasn't nothing crazy. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like they were like, all right, we're the best and we're going to run with this. No, that was last year. Right away, they felt that
for sure. Man, they're going back to back, though.
I think so, bro.
I think so. I hope so.
Yeah, but that schedule is crazy.
Yeah, it is.
And we don't have back-to-back home games this year.
Yeah, we don't.
That's wild, bro. I ain't never seen no shit like that, cuz.
But we got the biggest fans in the world.
Absolutely.
They were in Brazil.
Yo,
tripping out. You seen the
yeah, so
tripping out in Brazil.
People always say to me, because one time, matter of fact, shout out to Aaron. My boy Aaron was like, I would like to have a show where you guys just talk about the Eagles the whole day. And what was it, your upbringing, and why are you guys so fucking fascinated and fixated with the Eagles? And to be honest, it was just an upbringing, bro. It was like religion, bro.
For sure. My cousin was at the Yankees game. Was it the Yankees game?
Yeah, they were calling out the chant.
That was my cousin.
Oh.
Wally, shout out to Wally.
And to the stupid, some people are dumb as fuck because you know that the manager for the Yankees is an Eagle fan. You know that, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So they were interviewing him, and they said, "How did you feel about them, chanting the Eagles?" He was like, "Oh, I didn't like it." So many people went in on him.
Yeah.
And I'm saying to myself, he has to protect his livelihood, bro. He works for the Yankees.
Yeah.
Even though in his heart, he probably was like, yes, he can't say that shit, bro.
Isn't there a manager that owns part of the Eagles or something like that?
No, I don't think so.
No?
No, I don't think the manager owns part of the Eagles. Not that I know of. I could be corrected, but I don't think so. But it just took me out how crazy Eagle fans are because they kept saying, take his Eagle card away from him. Yo, the man has a livelihood. That's where he makes his bread and butter.
Yeah.
That's like my job telling me, listen, you either say you love the Eagles or you get fired. Listen, I ain't getting fired, bro. I love the Eagles, but I ain't getting fired, broski. So it just took me out, but it just shows you again how fanatic we are with these goddamn Eagles. Bro.
They are.
We out of pocket, broski.
Sixers,
Eagles. Let me ask you this. Did you see the controversy with Gilly and Cam Newton?
Yeah, I did.
What you think about that? Let me ask you this, because the problem that I have with this is that people have an issue with Cam having an opinion. And that's what it is. Do you look at Cam and say, oh, he's just a hater, or is he part of media? Does he have the right to have an opinion, bro?
He doesn't have a ring. You can't talk about the man.
But
like
most
that.
media people don't have a ring. So what's your argument there?
Yeah,
I think that's the problem, bro. The problem is that because he was an ex-player and he didn't jump on that fumble, because that's what everybody keep bringing up. Though you ain't even jump on that fumble. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, man, Gil cooked him.
But he fucked Gil too. He got Gil back.
Yeah, he did.
When he brought up the albums, he was like, "How many people know Gil's album?"
Do you know Gil's album?
No, I know Major Figures. I know Major Figures, but I don't know any solo albums. I don't remember any solo albums.
I don't think.
I mean, listen, we from Philly, and to be biased or not, but Gilly can rap. It ain't like he's corny. He could spit. He just never had the success, you know, like other rappers, and that's where Cam. Yeah, I mean, poked at him. He poked at him.
He got it now, though. He
got it now. Look.
You don't have to. I always tell the kids this. You don't have to be a rapper to be successful. You can do a lot of other things.
You could branch out.
You could do a lot of other things to make money.
Right, and you have to. Most rappers that are successful, they branched out somehow. T.I., sure. Jay-Z, 50 Cent. They didn't just stick to rapping. You got to have a plan B.
Got to be a businessman.
Got to be a businessman. You got to connect and link up with people and learn what's going on and say, okay, what am I transitioning to? And so, you know, it's funny to me that people were saying, oh, well, Gilly don't know what he's talking about. Gilly's up right now.
He's up right
He's making a lot of bread right now.
You know, I sold Wallow his first iPhone 6S.
You did? Yeah. I know you did tell me about that. You did tell that story.
He was.
What year was this, though? What year you think that?
2000 and is it 16 or 17, something like that?
Okay.
When he first came home.
Okay.
When he first came home, I think Beanie Siegel's manager brung him.
Okay.
Chris, and then he was quiet. You know, he wanted the success, gave him the success, and then 6 months later, I'm looking on Instagram, and he's like, "You have to be the dream. You have to." It's crazy.
That's dope, man. He evolved. But this is what people don't understand. They looking at it from the standpoint of, okay, look at the success. Dude did 20 years, man. Yeah. Kept his mouth shut, right? Did his time and came out with a plan and a mission, bro.
Super plan.
Shout out to Wallow, man. Like,
shout out to Wallow.
He came home understanding I'm gonna make it regardless, bro.
No, for sure.
In the rain, he's doing push-ups. He's talking to the world. He did his thing, man. People hate on successful people, and success breeds envy. It just does, man. It's a shame, but you could do it too. Just get up and go get it.
Get up
and go get it. What helps him, of course, is his backstory.
Yeah, for sure.
Right? And then also, and this is what bothers me when it comes to Gilly, is like, Gilly's not a nobody. Gilly was with a Cash Money.
Yeah, for sure.
Gilly was in a group back in the day that, okay, you might argue they weren't the best. They were decent, you know what I'm saying? And he was always around making videos. Yeah. Them little clips kept him relevant. Even if it's 10,000 viewers, it kept him relevant.
It adds up.
It adds up, bro.
They're in a different bracket right now.
Right. And so now what happens is, now when your bracket changes, it's a different type of devil that's hating on you.
Yeah, for sure.
You can't. It's not gonna be sweet when you're going all the way up, bro.
More money, more problems.
More problems, bro. You're gonna get tempted with the women. You're gonna get your homies are gonna backstab you, right? Guys that you thought that were your boys, they're gonna say, "Man, he think he is shit."
Yeah.
What is it they say? Not everybody can go, bro.
Yeah.
Not everybody can go.
They say if you don't feed the wolves,
they're gonna come get you. But you better relocate. Yeah. You better relocate, man.
Get out of here.
Yeah. And then listen, man. This is why I'm glad you came on. You know, this show means a lot to me. This is called Thorough Talks 215. I want to laugh and talk different subjects. And maybe there's a young kid or young lady that is going in the wrong route, wrong path. And they see, wow, two guys that come from down the way. We from down the way. And we're trying to do positive things out here, man. Try to help the community.
For sure, bro. I came from nothing. I was literally in Morocco with goats and chickens in the middle of the mountain. No, seriously, bro.
That's crazy.
I came here when I was 10 years old. So
wow. Yeah, you built yourself up, man.
And then that, I always thank God for that. Like,
yeah,
thank God I'm in this situation. And I could be in a third world country.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You got to be appreciative.
Yeah, you have to.
And I knew it too. When I first met you, when you meet people, even if they're not where you can see them, you could feel it, bro. Yeah, sure. It's like you could feel something's different with him and it's genuine. Sure. And I'm good at detecting that. And so when I remember when I first met you, you was like, so come on, let's work.
Yeah,
you was on it. And then every time I contact you, you was like, all right, bro, I can't, or I can. You were straightforward. And I think a lot of people have to understand, if somebody's lollygagging when it comes to your business or trying to work with you, they're not interested. You know what I'm saying?
I love connections more than money. Trust me.
Right.
The money comes with the connection.
Right.
But just being out there, meeting new people, getting connections. You know, you can call my phone for anything, and I'm gonna make it happen for you.
Right. You're gonna try. You're gonna try. You're gonna at least try.
Yeah, for sure.
That matters to me. That matters a whole lot because there's a lot of times where people call you only when they need something.
Yeah, for sure.
And so if my goal is from here on out is to call people that we both could benefit.
Yeah, for sure.
I could do for you, you could do for me, because if you're always calling somebody because you need something, dog, they're gonna pick up on it. Like, this motherfucker just, what he need now? What he selling now? Yeah,
They might not pick up. They might not pick up.
Every once in a while, it's like, I remember I would DM you, yo, you good? How you been? How you been? You all right? Yo, da-da-da. And I think, yo, just reach out to somebody, people.
Yeah.
Reach out to somebody. You know what I do sometimes? I just look through my phone. Yeah. And you know what? Boom. And I hit.
What's up? You good?
Yo, what's up, man? How you been? Da-da-da. And there's so many people that change their number. They didn't even tell me. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? But at least I tried to reach out.
You never know what people are going through.
You never know, man.
You never know.
There's a lot of people taking themselves out, man. Deletion. I say deletion to be YouTube friendly. Sure. And it's sad that we're living in a world that I see it a whole lot nowadays where it's like, whoa, such and such just took themselves out, man.
It's crazy.
I've had a lot of experience with that, man. In my lifetime, I've had, I'm guessing, I'm not pinpoint for sure, but over 10, maybe 15 friends or family members that took themselves out, bro.
Does that make you desensitized to that situation?
Yeah.
I felt like that too.
I've been to so many funerals in my life, bro. I've been over 60 funerals, easy in my life, easy. Family and friends in high school alone, man, I went to like maybe 10 to 12 from junior high school to after high school, at least 10 to 12 funerals, bro.
For sure.
It started going downhill after that.
A lot of overdoses too.
Yeah, well, most of it was self-induced, right? Like you know, you're in the street. Yeah. Let me just say this because I wanted to talk about this. When you're in the street, there's a lot of things that come with being in the street. You got the stick-up kids, right? There's groups of guys that call stick-up kids. All they do is run around, stick people up. So when you out there a lot and they see you a lot, somebody's going to test you eventually. You got dirty cops, right? Because people get mad at cops, but they come with the game. Dirty cops. You got the girls that are stick-up kids without guns. They got this. They stick you up with this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Line you up.
They line you up. They line you up quickly. These are things that happen. Then you got your backstabbing homies. The guys that you came up with thinking that's your man. He backstabs you. All of this happens when you're in the streets. You can't say I'm gonna pick and choose what happens to me. So I remember growing up and you can see the writing on the wall. Car accident, you got shot, you got locked up, you got robbed. These are signs. Whatever you believe in, God, the universe is saying, okay, that's strike one, that's strike two. There's dudes running around with 30 strikes. That 31st one might take you out, bro. So I saw that growing up, man. I saw that growing up all my life, and I saw all my buddies, most of my buddies just constantly getting away with shit. Nasty car accidents, shot at. You know what I mean? Girls set them up, stabbed. Damn, beat a case. Yeah, like, dude, enough's enough, bro.
Can't live like that.
Yeah, enough's enough, man.
You're dodging death all your life.
Nah, you can't. It's like when you see police brutality. This is what I want to tell a lot of the guys, especially the fellas. Fellas, I know this is tough. When the cop stops you, just comply. I get it. A lot of these cops be doing dirty shit. Just say this. Yes, officer, how can I help you? Start the conversation that way.
Put your keys on the roof, put all your windows down.
Right.
And just comply.
Just comply. Look, let me tell you a story. So I get into an accident. I'm driving down Bristol Street, like 5th and Bristol. I'm driving down. There's like a bunch of dudes in a car hit me. Boom, I spun out. Boom, hit the pole. Total car. I hop out. The young boys were thorough. Oh, my bad. They were telling me, yo, can you just when the cops come, can you say that he was driving? Because I said, yo, I didn't even see who was driving. I didn't see who. I'm driving. I didn't see who the fuck. Cool. The cops pull up. Spanish, boy, Boricua, boy. I was like, damn. He pulled up. I tried talking to him. He was like, not right now. Get the fuck out of my face. I was like, okay. Back down. Stood in the corner. He did the talking. He was looking around. Talked to everybody out there. About 10 minutes later, he comes back. He says, my bad. I was having a bad day. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? Yeah. People, sometimes these cops just be having a bad day.
They deal with a lot of shit.
They deal with a lot of shit. And he came back to me. He was like, my bad. I was having a bad day. And I shook his hand. I said, yo, all I was going to tell you that, I just saw the car pop out. I don't know who was driving, And he was like, yeah, I apologize. But if I would have reacted to that, how would that have turned out, bro? Bad. Not good for me.
Not for you, bad.
People keep arguing with me like, no, fuck that. Listen, you can't beat the cops in the street. You only could beat them in court if you got the right representation, bro.
I used to be like that, too.
Yeah, I used to have that attitude.
Get pulled over by the cops.
And start arguing?
Fuck you, bro.
Nah.
Get my tickets, let me go.
That's not good.
And then guess what? My driver's license was suspended for like 3 years.
Oh.
It's back to back to back tickets, back to back.
See what I'm saying?
And then, I learned my lesson.
You learn your lesson. You can't beat them,
I'm
bro.
very nice. I told him I have a smash burger spot on 3rd Street. Bro, pull up, come get some food. What's your name? Oh, my cousin is cop. Oh yeah, I love you guys.
You know what gets me away a lot, bro? I was a shop steward for the union, for the Teamsters Union for a long time. When I bring that up, go ahead.
Yeah,
go ahead. Because look, if you give them a reason for them to think that you're just a scumbag and you ain't got nothing going on, they're gonna fuck with you. They're gonna go. And a lot of times, like what the guys don't realize is that if you're not busy, that's when you're gonna get in trouble.
Yeah, definitely.
That's when you're gonna get in trouble. So, yo, please, fellas, my boys, I know it's not easy. When they stop you, just comply, bro. You seen recently, they punched through the window. You don't know if you seen that. I think it was in Florida. They punched through the window, punched the ball all up.
Sucker
punch team.
Lawsuit.
But I know that's not right, but it's avoidable. Yeah, come on, bro. It's avoidable. Definitely. Like, you got to be smart. You think you're going to beat one cop alone with the taser and his gun, and then when he calls for backup, it's a wrap, bro.
Fuck you up.
He's gonna fuck you up. It's a wrap. So now, not only that, now you beat up. Now you're gonna probably get locked up. So you gotta get bailed out. You got a case. You gotta fight. Now you gotta pay a lawyer. Then there might be, you know how when sometimes you gotta pay some shit back to the city.
Yeah.
So is it worth it? You gotta think the long game, bro. Pause. You gotta think for the future. You know what I'm saying?
Be nice.
Be nice. Yo, this was a good show.
It takes you a long way, too.
This was a good show,
for
bro, man. What did you get? Did you enjoy yourself, man?
For sure.
Yeah, it was good, man.
On here.
Yeah, I need.
We're gonna get couple more people on.
Yeah,
here.
we need that. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We need some strippers or something.
A couple important. Yeah, you want to interview strippers?
Yes, interview some strippers,
come on,
man.
Let's do it.
Yeah, bring some energy. I'm gonna make some clips. I'm gonna send them to you. All right.
I'm gonna entertain. I'm gonna ask them some out of pocket questions.
Absolutely.
I've been in the game, so
look, this podcast is just not one lane. I had politicians already. I had a legislator. I had a legislator. I had a doctor in here already. Yeah. I had a domestic violence professional. I had a boxer, right? I had a drug dealer that turned into a business owner. Now he owns a health. Dog, this is a broad range of shit. This ain't just going to be, that's why it's called Thorough Talks. We talk thorough here, but we still have laughs and have fun. It doesn't have to be morbid and serious all the time. So I'm welcoming anybody, but it has to be a good story. You know what I'm saying? It has to be a great story. I'm glad you came on, man.
I'm proud of you, man.
Yeah, thank you, sir. I appreciate this, man.
It looks great.
Any last word for the people? Any motivational tips? Anything for the people that are watching?
Do what you got to do. Stay out of trouble. Be yourself.
Right.
Be thorough.
And watch Thorough Talks 215.
Watch Thorough Talks 215. Make sure you tune in.
Thanks, Turtle, man. I appreciate you.
Man,
yo,
this
is episode 22.
22.
This is episode 22, special moment. And then when we hit the 50th episode, I want to throw a party, bro.
Yeah,
and I want everybody that came on, I want you to come out, and I want people to show, and we're going to have a nice party. It's going to be a little wild.
Let me ask you a question. Why are you not streaming this?
Yeah, you know what? We got to start doing that. We got to start streaming live. Yeah, we're going to start
streaming. All you need is an Android, put it up, and
we're going to start streaming. Yeah, we got to start doing it live. Yeah, Thank you for tuning in. I'm your host, Brown, to be on next time. Turtle's going to be part of the team. He's a busy guy, but try to get him on, but he knows a lot. He's smart, and I want him on the team. Let's do it. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Thank you. I appreciate you. Stay strong, work out, love your neighbor. Remember, if the cops stop you, don't get too crazy. And if you're 14 and you fucking around, they might charge you as an adult. And if you want a smash burger, you better go see my man.
IDK Philly.
Hey, thanks for tuning in. Subscribe, like, and leave a comment. Thorough Talks 215.